Hello there, my Leo gang. This is Melissa with Enchanted Emerald bringing you your monthly reading for November 2021, your November Tarotscope. I am sending all of my Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising so much love. I definitely feel as though this is going to be a little bit of a rough month for you in terms of really getting yourself out of a rut, okay? So I feel like you're going to be propelling yourself into a new direction at the end of this month, okay? So as I step into your energy here, first and foremost, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck. That's my go-to deck, and that's the one that I prefer to use. So looking at the 1st through the 6th Leo, we have the High Priestess, okay? I really feel as though this week for you, there is someone who could be completely fascinated with you. It's like this spellbinding experience to spend time with you, and you have really got their attention. You've caught their attention, and they are not going anywhere, okay? And I think that that's a good thing, especially if you're trying to attract new and different love into your life. However, this comes with a little bit of a warning here, okay? I feel as though this person could be in a bit of a trance, right? They're completely fascinated with you. It's almost like they're hypnotized, and so like it's like you're wanting to say like snap out of it, okay? And so because it's kind of like this person has never been on your radar, and it's something like it's to the point where it's like comical, because you're like, man, I could like have this person do anything. I could make them quack like a duck. I could make them buy me flowers every day, or I could have them buy me a coffee, or something like that, where maybe you are joking about that actually with your circle, okay? But I feel like at the end of the day, there is a warning here for you from Spirit to, be mindful of the fact that this person has feelings at the end of the day, and you don't want to take advantage of anybody. And so, you have to also be responsible. As you are leading this person, you are now being an example. You are being a role model, so to speak. And so with this, it's saying, to be the light. You are ruled by the sun, Leo. And so with this, be the light that this person needs. Maybe they are not in a great place emotionally. Maybe they can't find the light. Maybe they're trying to find their way through the dark right now, and you are the light. And maybe that's why they're so fascinated by you, right? You represent this magic, this hope, this positivity that they just need right now in their life. And so as you do this, as you help this person navigate through this, I feel as though this is something for you to just be responsible with how you conduct yourself around this person. Be responsible with how you handle this situation, okay? That's just a little bit of an air around that. And so moving into the 7th through the 13th, we have the 8 of Pentacles with the 8 of the 8 of Wands. So 8 of Pentacles with the 8 of Wands. So we got 2 8s here. I really feel like this is going to be breaking through barriers, breaking the mold, right? So I do feel with this where you have like worked really hard, and maybe you're still working hard at something, right? Where you have built your skills, your talents, maybe your senses, right, where you're like keenly aware. So you've gotten yourself to a place where you feel accomplished. You've built yourself up to this point where you feel like you have these certain things that are highly developed, right? Maybe it's your sixth sense, right? Your psychic intuition, your clairvoyance, or something to that effect. It could be just your skills and talents, what you bring to the table, what you offer, right? And so it's important for you to understand that, you bring a lot of high standards with this, right? You want really big things, you want great things, and that's not a bad thing. But I do feel, as you're like gassing yourself up, right, talking yourself up, or somebody could be talking you up, right? I feel like there's an exaggeration, a little bit of an exaggeration of the truth. And that's not always a bad thing. But I feel like in the past where you have kind of like allowed yourself to go wherever the wind has taken you, there's a need now to just cut in a little bit of reality, to just make sure that even though you have these high standards, is this goal that I've set for myself realistic, right? And so, I do feel like there is a bit of magic surrounding this, though, in terms of Spirit kind of coming in to help you out. You have an ability to really bring in anything that you desire, objects of your desire, things that you're hoping for. And I feel as though it's important to understand that, like, Spirit knows no bounds. So you set your limit for yourself, and then you say this or better, and you ask Spirit to help you. Now, when I say bringing in some realistic expectations with that, it's about understanding that it's not always going to be exactly what we want it to be, because we have to surrender in that, and knowing that Spirit knows what's best for us and for our highest and best. So it might come in looking a little different, and I feel like when I say talking about having realistic expectations, I don't want you to be too hard on yourself or get down on yourself when things aren't coming in as you feel that they should, or how you think that they should, right? Because things will happen as they are meant to happen for you, okay? And they don't happen to you. And that's just something to be mindful of as you move through that energy. Moving into the 14th through the 20th, we have the Tower card with the Star card. Now, these cards were coming up for other signs as well, but they came out together. So for you, it means something a little bit different, of course. For each sign, it will be a little bit different. So for you, Leo, I feel like there is a lot of, again, we're bringing up that surrender with this, okay? Now, Spirit is wanting you to just stop fighting it. I feel as though there's a change coming in for you that you've wanted for a long time, and I feel because it's not coming in looking like the way you wanted it to look or how you feel it should have looked, you're fighting it. And you're going kicking and screaming. And so, I feel with this, it's, Spirit saying, listen, don't worry. And I hear the lyrics like to a song, every little thing is going to be all right. And so I think that that's a really beautiful space, a very beautiful reassurance here. I feel like where you go in your mind is that, like, gosh, if this comes in for me, there's a feeling like you might feel like you would cease to exist, so to speak. And, in terms of what you see is like right and wrong, you see like black and white, right? And so it's something that like stops for you, right? And so I feel like you feel like this is going to be so life altering for you. It's almost like you feel like they're leading you to no man's land, where they're going to just drop you off, leave you there, and abandon you, where there's no vegetation and you cannot thrive, you cannot survive. And it isn't actually the truth. That is where our mind takes us. This is where we always go sometimes in our mind to like the worst case scenario. And so that's what's happening. But Spirit is saying, listen, we have prepared you for this, okay? We've molded you and shaped you with your past experiences. You're totally prepared to do this, and you can adapt very easily to this and know that the other side of this, when you feel like you're going to be abandoned, it's actually freedom, okay? It's a feeling of freedom for you that's coming in. And I'm getting big chills with this. This is definitely somebody's message. So, really allow yourself, if you've been trying to manifest that freedom, it's in letting go that you're scared. You have fear of letting go, okay? So try to surrender that fear, identify that feeling as fear, and then understand that on the other side of that, there's beautiful things, and Spirit will take care of you. Moving into the 21st through the 27th, we have the Ace of Cups with the King of Pentacles. And so I really love this. It just feels like beautiful, grounded energy. Now, I do feel like, Leo, you have very high hopes. You've been investing a lot. You have put a lot on the line. I feel like in terms of your investing, you have like livelihood placed on this. Okay, you're putting like all bets, like you're putting all your chips in the center of the table and putting like all your bets on yourself, right? You this could actually be money that you've invested into a situation or a circumstance. It could be a lot of energy, right? Spirit is highlighting the fact that, I feel like there's a lot of emotions maybe involved in this, things that have kept you up at night in the past. And now you're getting to a point where it's kind of like leveling off. You don't have to invest so much, and it's starting to keep you at like a maintenance level, like status quo. All right. And so understand that just because it's leveling off doesn't mean that you have to stop putting some effort in, because you're still going to require some effort to maintain this. But you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So even if you want to go hard, put more effort into that, you're going to reap the rewards on the other side of that. Now, I do feel like this is a week where you could end up getting some like earth-shattering news. I feel like it could like rock your world. Okay, this is exactly what Spirit has said to me, those words. So like dreams come true, like good stuff though. And I feel like you have a tendency to maybe be like the sacrificial like lamb, where you will kind of take the blame out of a situation to keep the peace in a situation. That could be arising this week as well, where you take the blame out of a situation to keep peace with somebody else. And it's making a highlight here of like your internal state of affairs. It's like, are you building resentment toward this person as a result of doing that? Make sure that you are keeping a healthy balance there, because I feel as though this isn't the first time that it's happened. I feel like the phrase like that's how it goes, or that's what always happens, or something like that is coming up, where you understand that this other person is more emotionally fragile, and you're just like putting it on your shoulders like, man, I got it, I can take it. And so making sure that you're taking care of yourself through all of that as well. Okay? And then moving into the 28th through the 30th, we have the Hermit card. And with this, I feel it's like this phrase, like where it stops, nobody knows. And so, I feel like there is a bit of a circumstance here where you have to kind of tap into your leadership, right? Where I feel as though you could be leading with your light. And so where you lead, others will follow. And so I think when it comes down to it, you understand that there's common interests with everybody. You all bleed the same, and you're kind of like normalizing things, and understanding that like this happens to everybody once in a while, right? And I think though part of that leadership role is to guide others on a path in terms of like, what is it that you will stand for, and drawing a line in the sand, and helping others to stand in their truth. So beautiful energy here to round out this month of gratitude, November, for you, Leo. Overall advice: we have the Death card accompanied with the Six of Swords. So I do feel, through all of this, you are going to be crossing oceans. You can see that water there. You're going to be crossing oceans, going to great lengths to really leave the past in the past, and do that once and for all. Like really let it go. You're going to be making incremental changes, though. It's nothing that's going to be hard and fast. It's just going to be gradual. I think that that's more your style. And so I do feel like if you were left to your own devices, you would just be typically taking the traditional route. But I do feel like this is going to come in an unconventional way. As you start to make some of those changes, you will see radical shifts. And it might not be exactly how you had planned it, but beautiful things will come in for you. I do feel, you have to be in a state of receiving and a state of allowing as you move through that. So beautiful read here for you, Leo. I do so hope that this resonates for you. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. Not all general readings can resonate for everybody, but if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up in the Square site that's pinned in the description box below, and don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and the bell so you're notified of all of the new amazing content as it is released. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.